What's a true fact that leads to scary thoughts? Serious. Talking to someone and never batting an eye on whether or not it'll be the last conversation you have with them. One day none of this will exist. Every year, you will pass the anniversary of your death. Female manta rays can store semen away for later use for several years. Someday you will die. With rare exceptions, you will not be immortalized in human consciousness. You can do something heroic, and later generations might call you a monster. The more you know about the human body, the easier people are to kill. Tarantulas can swim. Somewhere in the history of the universe there may have been a civilization that had the unfortunate luck of evolving on a world orbiting a star that could go supernova at any time. In 1987 there were an estimated 198 serial killers at large in the US. Things like the Holocaust actually happened in real life. Life is a genetic lottery, and that many of life's options and paths, educational, romantic, economic, personality, etc., are largely predetermined and lie outside our control. You don't know what you forgot. You are going to die. If you are lucky, you will become old and frail and almost like an annoying baby. The universe is potentially expanding at the speed of light. And the thought that I will die never knowing what is beyond the observable universe is terrifying. We do not know exactly how many nuclear weapons the Soviet Union lost track of during its existence. But we do know that it's not zero. No matter where you live, at least 99% of your leaders do not care about you or your family. Nobody expects to be the victim of a serial killer. The only thing keeping all those cars from slamming into you at 75 miles per hour is a few lines of white paint on the ground. We may not stop the next pandemic. It might not have a cure. It might just wipe us out. This pandemic shows just how vulnerable we are. There are 7.9 billion people on Earth, as of 2021, and at least one wants to rape and murder you. I just think it's the fact that we know more about other galaxies than our own oceans on Earth. The whole concept of false vacuum decay. The fact that prion diseases exists. The Library of Babel. Every word ever written, said, or thought is a mundane combination of characters that are not truly self-determined. Roaches can't walk backwards, so if one crawled in your ear, it'd be stuck there until it died, which would be a while. The odds of a plane hitting your house are around 400,000 to 1. Some spiders can fly with a process called ballooning. I'm not sure if space is infinitely expanding or static, but there's something outside of that area. Most people in the world willingly carry a device with them at all times that tracks their every movement. Only about half of the world population can smell cyanide, a deadly, odorless, to the other half of the population, poison. The bubonic plague still exists and people die from it every year. It is still present in parts of the US, Africa, and Asia. We're either alone in this universe, or we're not. Spotted hyenas have a combined genitalia called pseudopenis. Come giving birth to their youth. Most females die because of the shock induced by a torn penis tract. Humans are stupid and bringing about their own extinction, and that of millions of cute animals, because they can't get over their own stupid and materialism. Pineapples contain bacteria that feed off of the saliva in your mouth, so they actually eat you back when you eat one. Intergalactic space travel is most likely impossible, as well as cryogenic preservation of humans. Look up adamant father syndrome, related to circumcision. Based on the annual death rate, it's likely that a lot of people reading this comment won't survive to the end of the year. NASA started as an ocean exploration association, and since then they've been trying their hardest to get off this planet. Almost every cashier has sold something that contributed to a person dying, and they rarely know. Facts are all true. The entire universe could have been created last Tuesday, and there is no way to prove or disprove that theory. Close to half the country are Trump supporters. The time will come when you pick up your child for the last time, and you won't know it. The whole of our perceptions are not representative of what is really there. My student loans keep me up at night. Makes me sick to think about. The fact that the US military has admitted at this point that UFOs are exactly that. Unidentified objects that clearly violate what we understand of the laws of physics. The fact that any person I walk past once and never see again could be a pervert thinking horrible things about me. That's why I would never want to be a mind reader. It could literally be anyone. That eventually everything will be discovered and done, and there will be nothing left to do. Everybody dies alone. Cannibalism is legal in the US, but the way you obtain the body is illegal. The scary thing is you could just drop dead and someone might just be like, damn, that body be looking tasty, and eat you. That we are just tiny specks floating through endless space. We cannot disprove that we are in a simulation. For people who are religious, we sometimes doubt ourselves and wonder whether or not our God or gods really exist, and it leads to some scary damn thoughts about what happens after death. The fact that once we die, if we don't do anything important, we will end up forgotten. Space is big, but we will never discover it all. We will never know what happens after death. Lots of women right now are alone in dark parking lots, in questionable parts of town, by themselves. Free will doesn't exist. The Earth Earth is alive and we are just little parasites living on it lol. Nothing matters. Death. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.